man, Demetrius, has a problem.
Please, Hermia, I love you.
No, Demetrius, I love Lysander.
Love is never easy. Let's run away together.
Helena is Hermia's friend. She loves Demetrius.
Demetrius, you know Hermia is running away to the forest with Lysander.
I'm going to follow them.
Well, I'm going to follow you.
In the forest, the fairy king Oberon wants to play a trick on Titania, his queen.
Go and find a magic flower. I'll put the juice in your eyes. It will make you fall in love with the first thing you see. Ha 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 ha.
Oberon sees Demetrius and Helena. He doesn't like the way Demetrius talks to Helena.
Helena, go away. I don't like you. Puck, put this on Demetrius's eyes, so he will fall in love with Helena.
Puck sees Lysander sleeping and thinks it is Demetrius. Lysander wakes up and sees Helena.
Helena, I love you.
He doesn't love Hermia anymore. A group of actors are in the forest practicing their play. Puck plays a trick on them and changes Bottom's head into a donkey's. Naughty Puck.
What's wrong? Hee-haw, hee-haw. Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Titania falls in love with Bottom. Oberon knows Puck put the juice on Lysander, not Demetrius, so he makes Demetrius fall in love with Helena.
Helena, I love you. No, I love Helena.
Lysander and Demetrius want to fight over Helena.
Why does no one love me?
Oberon tells Puck to make a magic fog to put them all to sleep. Puck takes the love spell away from Lysander. Next, Puck gives Bottom his human head again. Oberon takes the love spell away from Titania. In the morning, everybody wakes up.
I love you, Helena.
I love you too, Demetrius.
I love you, Hermia.
I love you too, Lysander.
Nobody remembers what happened. But now everybody is in love with the right person, they decide to go home.
The people in his village believed that the streets of London were paved with gold. So Dick decided to travel there and become a rich man. Dick walked for many days, but when he arrived in London, there were no streets of gold. Tired and hungry, he fell asleep on the steps of a great house. The house belonged to a rich businessman who found Dick and gave him a job cleaning the kitchen. Dick worked very hard and was happy. He had enough to eat, and at night he could sleep by the fire. There was a problem, though. At night, rats ran around the kitchen and kept him awake. So Dick went out and found the fastest rat-catching cat in London. The cat caught all the rats that came into the house, and Dick could sleep at night. The businessman heard about the amazing cat and asked Dick if he could take it on his ship to catch rats on his next journey. Dick agreed, but was very sad to see the cat go. While the businessman was away, the other servants were very mean to Dick, so Dick decided to run away. But as he was leaving, one of the great church bells rang. It seemed to say, "Turn back, Dick Whittington, Mayor of London." So Dick came back to the house, and soon the businessman returned. He was very happy because Dick's cat had caught all the rats on the ship. He gave Dick a reward and promoted him to his assistant. Dick worked hard for the businessman and learned everything he could. Eventually, he married the businessman's daughter and started a very successful business.
Dark wood. There was a dark, dark house. And in that dark, dark house, there was a dark, dark room. And in that dark, dark room, there was a dark, dark cupboard. And in that dark, dark cupboard, there was a dark, dark shelf. And on that dark, dark shelf, there was a dark, dark box. And in that dark, dark box, there was a ghost. Hoo, 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 ha, ha, boo.
Circus, all the animals and the people. It was so much fun. At 8 o'clock, Billy and his parents arrived at the huge red and white striped tent called the Big Top. The ringmaster shouted with his huge booming voice, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen." Then the lights went up to the top of the tent, and Billy saw a man and a woman dressed in sparkly clothes balancing on a huge swing. They flew through the air. "Woo!" shouted the people every time they flew. It was very, very exciting. A door opened and the lions bounced into the ring. There were 6 of them, all looking huge and fierce and dangerous. The man in the middle was the lion tamer. Billy watched as he put his head in the biggest lion's mouth. "Woo!" shouted the people in horror and amazement. After the lions came the clowns. They were wearing brightly coloured clothes, blue and yellow and red with spots of green. They had red noses and painted faces and funny red hair. They fell over, told lots of jokes, and did lots of very silly things. "Ha ha ha!" laughed the people, and Billy laughed too. Finally, the elephants arrived in the ring. There were 3 enormous grey elephants and 1 smaller one. The small one balanced on 1 leg and did lots of tricks. Then it stopped and looked up at Billy. "Hello," said Billy to the elephant. "I'm Billy." "I'm Minnie," replied the elephant, to Billy's surprise. Then suddenly the small elephant turned around and ran towards the door of the tent. It ran out of the tent into the street and off into the town. All the people rushed out of the circus tent screaming, "Ah! The elephant! It's escaped!" "Help!" cried the ringmaster. "Minnie the elephant has escaped!" Minnie was a very happy elephant. It was the first time she had been out of the circus. It felt good to be free. She ran along the main street towards the main square. She saw the fountain in the middle of the square. She climbed into the big fountain and sat down in the water. People tried to walk by, but Minnie sprayed water at them using her huge trunk. "Oh, this is much more fun than the circus," cried Minnie. After a while, Minnie decided to explore. She went along the street and into the big supermarket. All the people who saw Minnie ran out of the supermarket screaming. Minnie had a wonderful time. She helped herself to the bananas and scoffed a large chocolate cake, 10 packets of biscuits, and a large number of buns. When she had finished eating, Minnie decided to explore again, so she went out into the street. In the distance, Minnie saw a big house, but there was something strange about it. There was a red light all around it. Minnie got nearer to the house, and then she heard the people in the house shouting and screaming. "Help!" they shouted. "Save us!" Minnie rushed into the garden opposite the house. There was a big pond with lots of water. She put her trunk in the water and took in as much water as she could. Then she rushed over to the house and sprayed the house with water. She did this many times, and the flames and the fire died away. From the top window, Minnie could see a small boy. He opened the window, and Minnie took him out of the house using her trunk. "Minnie!" he cried. "It's me!" "Hello, Billy!" said the elephant. "You saved me!" cried Billy. "You are the bravest elephant in the world!" Billy's mother and father came rushing out of the house. They couldn't believe what they saw. Billy was safe, and their house was safe, and all because of an elephant. The next day, all the people in the town made a crowd outside the town hall. They gave Minnie the elephant a special medal. Billy rode around the square on Minnie's back, waving and smiling at all.
Tribe of people who lived in eastern England in Britain almost 2,000 years ago. Boudicca was tall, with very long red hair, and wore a gold necklace and a beautiful brooch. She was very intelligent and had probably been to warrior school, so she knew how to fight. By AD 43, the Romans had conquered southern England. At first, they allowed Boudicca and her husband to continue to rule. But when Boudicca's husband died, the Romans took all his land and property. They decided to rule the Iceni, and they treated them very badly. So, in AD 60 or 61, Boudicca and the Iceni rebelled against the Romans, together with other tribes who were also treated badly by the Romans. Boudicca and her large army defeated one Roman army and destroyed the capital of Roman Britain, Colchester. In Colchester, she destroyed the temple built for Emperor Claudius. They also destroyed 2 more cities. Many people died. "Now I am fighting for my freedom. We must win this battle or die. Let the men live as slaves if they want. I will not." Finally, Boudicca and her army were defeated. The surviving Iceni people ran away or were turned into slaves. Boudicca probably killed herself with poison. Her body has never been found. The rebellion was so shocking to Emperor Nero, the ruler of the Roman Empire, that he wanted to withdraw from Britain. In the end, the Romans occupied Britain for over 350 years more. But they also treated the British people more fairly and introduced lower taxes. Boudica has been an inspiration to other female leaders, such as Elizabeth I and Queen Victoria. Her rebellion was one of the most significant against the Roman Empire. Now, Boudica is remembered as one of Britain's...
It's a very famous children's book, written by Beatrix Potter. Beatrix was born in 1866. She and her brother kept many small animals as pets: rabbits, hedgehogs, guinea pigs, mice, frogs, and even bats. They both liked to draw their pets, but Beatrix liked drawing animals from her own imagination most. She also loved exploring and drawing nature when they visited beautiful places like Scotland and the Lake District. Beatrix was very smart and studied archaeological artifacts, fossils, and insects. But she was especially interested in mycology, the study of mushrooms. She even wrote a scientific paper about it, but women at that time couldn't be scientists. To earn some money, Beatrix started drawing cards with animals. She liked writing and illustrating letters, too. One day, she wrote a letter to her friend's son and told the story of Peter Rabbit. She decided to make the story into a book. The Tale of Peter Rabbit was published in 1902, and it was a great success. She wrote, illustrated, and published many more books. She also created dolls, painting books, games, and other items based on her characters. In 1905, Beatrix bought a farm in the Lake District. She learned about farming and bought more farms and land to help preserve the landscape. She enjoyed country life very much and was very active in protecting the environment. When Beatrix died, she left almost...
I'm going to sleep now, Angel. Be good and don't go past the coral. There are lots of dangerous animals out there.
Hi, Angel. What are you doing? I'm bored. Grandpa is asleep. Do you want to come and play? Yes, let's go. Look, Turtle, a ball. Look out. That isn't a ball. It's a dangerous octopus. Swim! Angel, look out! There's a dangerous fish behind you. Angel, you must be careful here. You've got to stay with me. I'm sorry, Turtle. Look, I've got a present for you. Ah! This is a dangerous cone shell. Drop it quickly, Angel. I'm tired, Turtle. Can we rest here? Don't sit here, Angel. There's a dangerous sea snake. Quick, swim! Where are we? I don't know. I think we're lost. Look out, Angel. That's a box jellyfish. Swim! Look out, Turtle. A dangerous animal is behind you. That's not a dangerous animal. It's Doug. He's my friend. Hello, Doug. We're lost. Can you help us?
Yes, I can help you. I'll take you home. Hello, Angel.
Hello, Grandpa.
Oh, you've been a very good fish, Angel. Here's a present.
It moves and flies off into the air.
Hey,
What's happening?
A loud booming voice comes from the carpet.
Welcome, O Master. I am a magic carpet.
First they fly high up into the sky, and then they land in a jungle. It is hot and wet, and it's raining.
It's raining. Yuck!
Then they fly to the desert. It is very, very hot and dry.
It is very, very hot today.
After that, they fly to the South Pole. There is lots of ice and snow. It's freezing.
Brrr. Where are we now? I can't see.
In the mountains. Can you see me?
It's very foggy.
Then they fly to a forest. It's very windy there.
Oh, it's windy in the forest.
Then they fly to an island in the sea. There is thunder and lightning.
Ah! Let's go home.
What a storm!
Finally, they fly back home. The carpet lands in the shop.